Hi family, I hope you are well. We'll see you again for a new video on your Barça Spotlight channel. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed and to everyone who is subscribing to our channel. We debrief the Champions League semi-final second leg between Inter Milan and FC Barcelona. 4-3 Barça once again came close to an epic victory and fell head over heels in Milan. They came back from 2-0 down with goals from Eric, Olmo and Raphinha, overcoming Marciniak's scandalous refereeing. But in added time Acerbi took Inter to extra time and Frattesi scored the decisive 4-3 to put the Nerazzurri in the final. Barça came close to achieving this feat again, as in the Copa del Rey final against Madrid to win the title, but this time they fell, albeit with their heads held high. Flick's team overcame Inter's early 2-0 deficit and the scandalous refereeing of Real Madrid player Marciniak, who denied Barça a penalty for Acerbi's handball, and then awarded them a very strict penalty. Flick's improvised fullbacks took center stage, Gérard assisted on the first 2 goals, and Eric scored the goal that put Barça back in the game at 2-1. With 2 minutes left in the game, Raphinha made it 2-3, but with 2 minutes left in added time, Acerbi forced extra time. Barça, pushed on by the more than 4,000 Barcelona fans present at the San Siro, fought until the end and gave their all, but luck smiled on Inter with a goal from Frattesi, which ensured his team's qualification for the final in Munich. Flick's team fell, but they did so with their heads held high and without any reproach, as the Barça fans acknowledged from the top of the north side. Eric and Gérard, key players, despite a relaxed attitude and a few defensive changes, Hansi Flick started with the most logical starting 11. Given the absence of his fullbacks due to injury, Koundé flew to Milan yesterday as a surprise fan. The coach placed Eric Garcia on the right and kept Gerard Martin on the left. The rest was the gala. Lamine had been Inter's obsession since his performance in the first leg, and it showed from the start. In the 4th minute, DiMarco, who always had the help of Bastoni, and when necessary, also Acerbi, left the net to try and threaten the Rocafonda player, who was poorly lifted by Laturau. It was a true statement of intent. In the next move, Raphinha crossed from the left, but Ferran was unable to finish. Dumfries appeared in action and caused problems for Gerard Martin, but it was only for a short time as the youngster was recovering. Barça struggled to combine, but Inter, without causing problems, began to act like Inter, slowing down the Blaugrana's play with fouls and trying to take advantage of counterattacks. Inzaghi's men took the lead after DiMarco stole the ball from Olmo near the Barça box, passing to Thuram, who then assisted Lautaro with an easy goal. Penalty not awarded for Acerbi's handball. Just 5 minutes later, the first controversial play of the match took place. Pedri crossed into the Italian box looking for Ferran, and from the ground, Acerbi touched the ball much to Pedri's outrage, but the VAR, despite reviewing it, told Marciniak to continue. The robbery began there. Olmo, still reeling from his error, failed to finish well on a clear move while he had Pedri in a better position. Barça continued to close in on Inter's goal, lacking their usual finesse. In the 34th minute, after a superb cross from Eric, Ferran forced a shot while Raphinha was waiting alone at the back to collect the ball. Once again Lamine, who failed to get the ball to him, entered the fray, and twice almost scored, first in a move similar to Inter's goal. On another occasion it was De Jong who stole the ball from Lautaro, passed it to Pedri, who passed it to Olmo, and the Terrassa man opened the ball to Lamine, whose shot went just wide. But just as Barca's goal seemed close, Marciniak reappeared, working with the VR, which also included an old Barca enemy in Van Boekel. Lautaro went down in the Barça box after Cubarsí fell to the ground and snatched the ball from him. Although play continued and ended in the Inter penalty area, the VAR asked Marciniak to review the action, and the Pole, with a record in favor of Real Madrid, didn't hesitate to award the penalty, which Calhanoglu converted into 2-0 in added time, leaving no time for anything else. From 2-0 to 2-3 in the second half. The match was shaping up to be very difficult for Barça, but if there's one thing that stands out about Flick's Barça, it's that they never give up. No matter how many obstacles they encounter along the way, neither Inter nor the referee nor the hostile atmosphere in the stands managed to intimidate Flick's team. After the break, Barça quickly made it clear they wanted to be in Munich. Gérard emerged as Barça's unexpected hero of the evening. Across from him, 8 minutes into the second half, was perfectly finished with his right foot by the other improvised fullback Eric Garcia to reduce the deficit and put Barça back in the game. Just 3 minutes later, the same players, with Pedri as their counter-attack partner, finished off a goal with another shot from Eric after a Gérard cross that Sommer had to clear for a corner with a miraculous save. Barça were looking for a reward, and equalized in the 60th minute, just 7 minutes into the match, 2-1. Gérard Martin crossed again into the box, and this time it was Olmo who was able to compensate for his error by heading home with all his might to make it 2-2. From that moment on, only Barça existed. In fact, Marciniak surprisingly awarded a penalty to Lamine, who, without scoring, put on another display, but shortly after, VR correctly corrected it as the foul was outside the box. Lamine himself took a risk shortly after with a powerful shot from outside the box that almost ended in a goal. Raphinha, who had been in shock until then, appeared in the 88th minute to make it 2-3 after a double shot. First with his left foot, and after Sommer's rebound, he finished with his right foot to score. Barça had one foot in the final, but Inter, who never give up, managed to force a goal in extra time. Despite the merit of reaching the final in Munich and the effort made until the end, the prize went to Inter, who will play their second final in 3 years thanks to Frattesi's decisive victory, 4-3. Sommer made 7 saves, including 4 against Lamine, and established himself as the hero for Inter, who will be in Munich. But no one will forget the performance of a teenager who, in the most difficult circumstances, performed like a veteran. Despite Barça's elimination, football has already taken note. Lamine Yamal is not the future, he is the present. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Thanks also to those who will take 2 seconds to like the video. Tell me what you think of the situation in the comment. Give us your opinions in the comment space. Share the video if you haven't already. Thanks again. Good luck and see you soon for a new video.